and there's a scenario at the bottom, but we're gonna get that first question first.
Honestly, cheating to me is anything physical. If it's physical, that's cheating.
What is?
So hold on. So your boyfriend's going on dates with another girl.
Oh,
That's okay?
That's like they're going on dates. But like I mean,
Is
it's
that physical though?
Like physical,
Is
like
that
you
physical?
kiss.
It's intention. You have intention to do something with
What's
somebody
the
else.
point of the date?
No.
That's
what's the point of the
intention.
date?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're trying to, get involved
to
with
that.
them. Yeah, that's cheating to me. Having conversations on the phone, trying to make it lead to something else, that's cheating to me.
What if... Okay, I get what you're saying, but so what if it's your friend, right? So, for example, you already had a lifestyle prior to your significant other, right? Like, some people might think that that's cheating if, you're on the phone with a guy past midnight, all of a sudden that's boyfriend hours or something of that nature.
Yeah, it kind of is cheating though. Like, why are you on the phone past midnight with the next
Cheating.
I think everybody has their own views on cheating.
Yeah.
What are your views?
My views, like what she said, like the physical aspect, I would call that cheating.
Like not cheating, saying like I want to get with you, blah blah blah. You sexy, your ass is fat.
See, I would call that entertaining.
What about emotional? Do you believe that there's something called emotional cheating?
Emotional.
I think you're leading somebody on, and your intentions are there to be physical. I mean, why are you leading with an emotional? Anything. Like, why is it there? It's the premise is you're communicating with somebody who is not your partner. That is the gateway into cheating.
Exactly.
So
I get what you're saying. Like, for me personally, I have a lot of guy friends. So it's like, they're just saying the premise, but what if there was things already established? So, for example, I would talk to my guy best friend until 3 a.m., which...
But that's
different.
different.
Right?
No,
Or
that's
a
different.
guy.
Right. In a club
Exactly.
or a bar
The guy
or
you
a
met in
party
the club.
because you thought you sexy. Like that's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my real question is, what if it's someone who was already there prior to the relationship? So some people have been in a relationship for 5-7 years, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Then okay, yeah, that's fine. But like for something that's newer, how would you go about it? For example, if you're with someone now, and then someone has come in, it's obviously easier to determine. Okay, yeah, this is you're not supposed to. But if it's new, right, and you had things established prior to getting into that relationship, I think it's a little bit harder. I don't know if everyone else feels the same way that I do, but the lines are more blurred.
if your partner has intentions speaking to another person, whether it be a friend or not, and the intention is more than a friend, then that's not, to me, that's not cheating.
Okay.
Because it has the act has it, but it's like you're opening that window to I want a further conversation.
Well, sometimes you're not going into it with no intentions.
Well, then that's a conversation between you and your partner.
But why would you be with a girl and say, you meet a girl in a bar and then want to go on a date with her? For what reason, though? You know what I mean?
You're
Like, what
attached.
reason? Yeah.
So
what would that reason be?
That
Like,
number
you want to
shouldn't
go on
have
that
been
date?
exchanged.
Right, I was gonna say. So then.
Yeah.
What if you're lonely and you want a friend?
What's your girl for then?
You have other friends already.
See, your girlfriend would take that like I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
If you were a girl, she's your friend. She's your friend. She's your partner.
That's your best friend.
Everything.
Everything.
That's true.
I gotta cater my girlfriend 365.
No.
It's not catering.
That's
but I'm like, she needs all my attention 365.
It's not that she needs your attention, but you need somebody to talk to.
She needs your special attention.
If you need attention,
yeah, why are you
somebody you speak to?
I get
Why would you seek that outside of your girlfriend? That's your girl, and you trust her. You should be able to talk to her about what you're going through.
I think that.
That's your real friend.
But I feel like you guys can have friends though. Like you can meet somebody and just want to you like the way they think. Probably don't think like your girl. They have different opinions, and it's just like a different perspective.
That's true, but there's boundaries though.
There is boundaries.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's boundaries.
There's definitely boundaries.
But how would you get so deep to know that they're compatible to be your friend when you have a boyfriend, like with somebody else? You know what I mean?
Right. So you're saying that the conversation's
You've already gone too far.
Long.
It's gone too long when you got close now. You know what I mean? You meet somebody, then you wouldn't know that right away that you're into them like in that way, in a friendship way.
So, what you're saying is basically once you're with somebody, you don't really meet new friends of this, of the opposite sex because
depending on the scenario.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Depending, like right now, like if I came here tonight and the camera guy was a girl, I would take his number because I want a camera guy, right? So the scenario is what makes it cheating or not. If you meet a girl who's like, she's hot, her ass is fat, her titties are fat, she's sexy, boom, 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 you're drunk, you give her your number, that's different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's circumstantial.
Yeah.
It's definitely
The
circumstantial.
intention, right?
Yeah, the intention, exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
but you guys are talking about emotional cheating. Now we're talking about physical. Is physical cheating a deal breaker in a relationship?
Yeah.
100%.
100%. Sorry.
100%.
But what if you're with somebody for a long
If my
time?
girl takes up money from somebody else, it's over.
You know
Guys
what? Guys are so quick to give the girl the boot,
It's
and it's
over.
just guys. That's
Yes.
a double standard.
It is a double
Why?
standard.
No,
It
I-
is.
that's
It
you guys'
is.
fault.
No.
You know what?
I never told you to stay.
You know what?
You guys are stronger than us in this, 'cause
Exactly.
I'm not staying.
You
I
know
can't
what?
think about that.
I agree with
And
I
neither
don't want to
can I.
bring it up and make you
I'm
mad
out
and have a
100%.
conversation about it all the time, cuss you about it. Oh,
Yeah.
Why am I
that
playing
girl,
number
no,
two
I-
to somebody?
yeah,
No.
nah.
I will try to make you stay, but I won't blame you if you leave.
Yeah, exactly.
I also think that that's circumstantial. Like, for example, right now, I would obviously leave, but if I have a child, which I think, you know what I mean,
Oh.
that might be an
That's a
issue.
fact.
Right?
Sticky.
Right?
Mistake is like forgetting to take out the chicken off the freezer. And that's take out the chicken. That's a mistake.
That's a mistake.
You taking off clothes, getting into bed, whatever, getting on sofa. No, that's not a mistake.
Yeah.
That's ease
That's
off
the
the
Hennessy at night.
Yeah, I don't deal with cheating, so that's a deal breaker. From my career cheating, I'm out because I'm just too good to be cheated on. I'm just saying it. Like, I just won't deal with it. No. Like, I give too much in a relationship to settle for that. Like, there's no reason for a guy to be cheating. Like, I'm doing everything I need to be doing, so no. It's a deal breaker.
I think it becomes
It's
a
not for
lot
me.
more challenging to end something with somebody you have like a house with,
Right.
children
Child,
with,
right.
a
Yeah, 'cause
life
there's a lot of
with.
stuff.
Right.
And, yeah.
I've seen scenarios where people have caught their spouse cheating and they have children in the house and they've hid it from their families. They've kept it among themselves
Yeah.
because it's embarrassing, but they don't want anyone to know, but they want to be together still.
Well, if I have kids, that's an entirely different ball game because I'm concerned about many things. So I can't really speak to if I had a child and would I leave, like would I do the same thing as if I was in a relationship without the child? Or for the sake of the children, like I'm not gonna go in depth, but you know what? On my end and family, someone has made the executive decision to stay, and some, you know what? You'll never really know if it's better for a child to be raised with one parent or two.
Right.
I was raised with both my parents. I think I turned out all right, but who knows what the other side would have been like. So I have a lot of respect for people who are in a relationship with children and who are continuing to keep it together.
Stick it up.
But at the same time, a man
Yeah.
knows that though. A man knows that because you have kids and a house,
And
that you're
that's
willing
take
to stay
advantage
Willing to
and
stay.
take advantage
Yep.
of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No,
So,
agreed.
I think using, like you said, if it's a one-time thing, maybe it's forgivable, you know. Like,
Right.
but over and over and over and over again, it becomes like, okay, this guy's using to his advantage, like you said, you know.
Like, in an ideal relationship, nobody cheats, everyone's happy, and that's not life.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
and I feel like at this point, you know, we've all had certain experiences which have shown us differently. So it's about, you know, working those things out with your partner, and whether it is you choose to stay and it's on these conditions, whatever that may be. After the scenario, it's about respect past then, because we're
Phone
human
calls.
and we make mistakes,
Oh.
right? Humans make, and we're born into sin. Like if you're Christian, if you're not, like, come on, if you're not, you know, people sin, people make mistakes. No, nothing is ideal. There's no such thing as a platonic family. Like, we're all from mixed families. If we're not, our peers are. So it's about like accepting that human error and still having like a respectful relationship.
So
So
let me
let me
ask
a-
you something.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, for example, you said conditions, right? So what would those conditions be to you specifically? So, you know what, you caught your boyfriend or whatever, you guys had a discussion, you realized that he was not being faithful or whatever the case may be. What conditions would you put in place? Because I think that that's important. So it
Home by
happens.
11 o'clock.
You
Code, passcode.
So those things are like
And
sometimes
an example.
we're all like, that's unrealistic. Like I'm not gonna police somebody, but
Yeah.
it's like, hey,
It makes
like
it worse
this
that way.
happened.
There's resentment.
Can we get over it? Can we like regain trust? If we can, how do we go on moving forward? And it can't be a one-way street. Yeah, I can say like, if it happens again, I'm out. But at the same time, what are you gonna contribute so that it doesn't happen again? What are we gonna do together as a couple so that we don't have these temptations, or you know, that we don't choose to talk to whomever at the bar because her ass is fat and her titties are nice. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, how are we? Is it worth it?
That's just smart.
Or is it not at this point? Like, you know what I mean? So it's not a one-way street. It's not one person policing another. It's a dual conversation. And how do we move forward from this?
Is that
I feel like though it's beyond you at that point. If there's kids involved, it's beyond
if there's
you.
kids in, I mean, and that's in a whole nother ballpark. Like, if you have a kid in a house and this and that, and like I mean, personally, I have a kid, I have a house, and all these things. Yeah, of course, there's those things that come into play. But at the end of the day, like, if you have a kid, you do not stay with your partner because of your child. That's not something you do, because that could be an extremely futile arrangement. It's not. It's not always good. So if you're unhappy together, you need to be happy for your child. So yes and no.
Amen.
All right. Would you tell your friend if you see their significant other cheating?
It depends. Just speaking from experience, I've done that, and the friend's gone back and told the guy, and it just put me in an awkward position because I'm here thinking me and your friends, I'm trying to do you a favor and like let you know what's up. So yeah, no.
Why do the girls always want to mash up the thing? I
It's
don't
not
get
to mash it up.
No, not like that. And for example, like a similar situation has happened to me too, and it's like, why do the girls always break up or always have a falling out?
Yeah,
I actually don't get that.
Because for me personally, I would want somebody to tell me. Because I don't want to walk around looking like a HIGD out on the road and you're here doing this stuff.
And you know what? To be fair to that point, I agree with you. I feel like so many females, their relationships end over these types of scenarios. If that's your friend and she's telling you something, you can't be mad at her.
Right.
Sometimes I feel like it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
If your friend doesn't tell you, I mean, if that's your friend, she don't tell you, you gotta ask her why did you not tell me? What is the reason why?
Why is it always
right?
she? What about
I mean, boys don't care. You guys say that all the time.
Yeah, y'all don't care though.
You don't care.
100%.
Y'all don't care.
I'll tell you if I see a
Y'all
girl.
don't care.
A girl, I don't know why girls do it. Trying to break up a relationship, whether they're trying to or not.
Oh my God, not
trying to be a
break
friend.
up.
Okay, well, I want to be a friend, and I want to tell you that I seen your man here. Wait.
Yeah.
She's just gonna go back to the guy and be like, oh, my friend said she's seen you, and he's like, listen, and he's gonna get around it, and now he has you off. Now you can't come over. I don't want you hanging with that girl.
But like my best friend, like my couple best friends, 100% I know them. I have to. I'm not gonna go there.
Are they gonna break up? That's what I want to know.
It's not about are
If
they
you're
gonna
doing-
break up, but
What he's doing it for?
No, but did I do my responsibility as a friend, being a good friend, because you have responsibilities as a friend, same way you would do if you're in a relationship with a
that
man.
makes sense.
To me, I would just want that
think
due diligence
that-
on my
that
words.
when you meet the girl, before you become her friend, you say, if ever in the future I catch it, do you want me to tell you or not? So 5 years later down the road, I asked you 5 years ago, you said not to tell you, so I didn't tell you.
I like this idea.
Okay, I have a question.
It's a great
for the
idea.
girl.
Great idea.
I have a question, okay? So say you have a guy friend, so like me and Shamar are friends, whatever. Then he has a girl. You become really good friends with the girl. Like you guys become tight. Okay? He's cheating. Are you gonna tell the girl or not? But you're friends with the guy first. But you and the girl now.
I don't think at that point it's your place to tell
Like
you.
for me,
You better not.
I don't know if I'm saying shit.
That's better.
I personally don't think it's risky, but I don't know if I'm saying
I
shit.
think if you
I didn't see nothing.
I didn't see nothing, man.
if you stay out of it, your friend should be able to understand why you stayed out of it.
But some girls don't. They be like, yo.
That's on her
And
though.
that's how you're
That's not on you. That's on you.
That's not
You
your
don't have to feel guilty about that.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own statistics. So, for example, I have 6 girlfriends, and I saw 3 of their mans cheating, and the 3 girls I tell they don't leave. Well, I'm not gonna go and tell the other 3 now because no one's leaving. No one's
Yeah,
leaving.
but are you telling her to leave her?
No, I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Okay, my question I should say to myself is like, what are my intentions? Why am I telling you this information? So I saw so-and-so at the mall with someone I felt that he shouldn't be with or whatever the case may be or whatever they were doing. It's like, why am I telling you that? Am I telling you that because I want you to leave your man? Because you need to know.
Man?
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Some girls.
If you told her that and she didn't listen the first time,
Right.
would you tell her the second time?
Good
Have
question.
you seen it again?
No.
Knowing that
I'm
she stayed with the man?
unlikely to, but the thing is like the first time
First and
around.
last?
first time around, was I telling you that because I expected you to leave, or because hey, here's the heads up, red flags? Like I'm not. Like what are my intentions? I think that based on like the reason why I'm telling you, I guess like if you don't react the same way or react the way I think you should, I think that's already an issue in itself, right? So
how important is sex? Performance, limitations. What are deal breakers? What are you open to? Performance, size, limitations. What are deal breakers? What are some things that you're not open to? What are some things you're not open to?
Real. So you say you're gonna start off, right?
Okay, I'm gonna open it up like real quick and let y'all spin off of it.
Okay. Honestly?
I'm gonna tell you one thing that someone told me. This was a long time ago, probably like 17 years ago. A man told me, if you, and it's gonna be a bit like graphic, but not graphic, but if you can still get hard for your girl like years and years down the road, like 10 years down the road, then that's a girl for you. Because I understand, I'm not saying sex is the only thing, but as animals, sex is like I think it's very, very important. If you can't physically stimulate your partner, then there's a problem with that. It's an issue between either you or her or both of you. Something that you don't like about her or vice versa. So if you're physically attracted to your partner as much as you were in the beginning, on top of, you know, intellectual and emotional and all that stuff, then I think you're golden. But if you are emotionally and intellectually into your partner and you're not physically into them, you're gonna cheat at some point, 100%. Because as human beings, you need to be satisfied. You know, to get your nookie and be whatever, be happy. You know, that's part of it. It's not all of it, but it's definitely part of it. You know, a big part of it. That's what I think. You know what I mean?
Because one of the parts of the question was limitations. So I'm gonna throw it out to the group and say, have you guys ever had limitations? What does that mean? Has anyone had an issue like that? Because
as far as like in the
at my age, if your guy's not going down, I don't know if we're really gonna go anywhere.
You see, like for me, I'm okay with that though. I don't need them.
Whoa!
I'm okay. If they do it, that's fine. But like, I'd rather give head, and then after they don't have to give me anything back. I'm good with that.
Oh, you
know. Since before, I'm a pleaser, so I could care less if he wants to go down on me or not. If you want head, I'll give you head, and then we can go right on to the business. But like. That's just me personally because I like to please. Like, I just want to please my man, do what he wants to do. Like, I'll be open to certain things because I want to just please him. As long as I know he's good, I'm good. That's what makes me please.
I consider myself as sexually advanced, so if you're not going down, to me that's elementary. So it's gonna be hard for us to kind of go beyond that. Like, I don't know if I'm interested in, if you're interested, I can help you out and we can work through it. But if you're like sealed off completely from that, then I don't know what. Well, you know what? I had a situation before where the person was not interested in that, and you think it's okay, and you like think you can move on, and then after you guys know you can't because you've gotten so used to getting it, so it's like you're kind of like in this withdrawal mode. It's just like, you know, now you feel like you need it. You feel like it, not an addict, but you know what I mean? Something along the lines of that. So, it's a deal breaker to me because that is something simple. So it means we can't even move beyond that if you're not willing to entertain it.
So is that something you need to satisfy you?
Yes. It's a big part of it.
I mean, you don't want boring sex.
And that's what it is.
So if a man doesn't give you head, then his sex is boring.
No, I don't
think so. Nah, man, we gonna find you a girl, and we gonna bring her to do whatever you want or you need, satisfy you, and that's about it. But that can't be a deal breaker. That doesn't even make sense to me. The way I'm gonna treat you sexually, you're not even gonna want that. You don't worry about that. You can squirting here, busting there, and we ain't worried about all that. Nah.
But you also have to tell that individual, like, our sex will be better if this works. Yeah, I agree. Right? Like, it's not just about, okay, cool, like, you have to.
Honestly, I remember.
Some guys are so closed off though that they would never get to that point with a woman because they're not exploring other options.
My thing is try it
why
once.
not? Exactly.
If you don't like it, then we scratch it off and we move on. But I can't try everything.
But that's what you asked you. Do you need that?
Do you need that to be satisfied?
I don't need it to be satisfied, but I would be more open if we're doing more fun things. Like, okay, to me that's fun. So if we're doing more things like that, then that's fine for me. It doesn't have to always be done, though.
You know what?
Okay, do you need it to be
You guys are asking a good question because I'm thinking,
okay,
so say for instance we're in a session and he doesn't do it that particular time, alright, but we're not going a month and you're not going down. That's my personal opinion.
You want to know what? I think being with somebody, whether it's sexually or financially, emotionally, it's about give and take.
Right.
So when you're with somebody, even if you're not really into doing something, if you're really into that person, you would allow yourself to go to that place because you want to satisfy your partner.
Oh, it's done.
A threesome's a deal breaker for me. I'm not
a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, it's a deal breaker for me.
Done.
Really?
I'm not into it. It's just me.
See how you guys are so adamant about
No,
this?
it's
done. What? The guy doesn't want to eat pussy? And you guys are...
I'm maybe with somebody who I'm not like considering.
Exactly.
Like,
let me
with
clarify.
somebody
Actual man that you love.
No, I'm not.
Somebody that I've been with
No, nothing. And I just like I'm not like curious. I don't want to be here. I love women. I think they're beautiful. But
I think it also opens the door to so many complicated scenarios. For the girl.
Seen those Maury episodes.
It never works out the way it's planned. A girl will say, "I won't get mad. I won't get emotions. I'm not gonna get mad." And then after, when you give the girl too much attention, you give her too much strokes. You give her too much strokes. You want to know, okay, you like her now. You want to get with her now. It's just too much. I'd rather not even go there.
Who wants those problems on their hands?
Exactly. I will tell you that's something that can't be forced.
No, there's no but to
No,
washing.
but you're saying
No,
listen. You will say that now. But in 10 years, when you've been having the same sex for 10 years, your answer might be different. Your answer might be different.
If the man is sexually advanced or whatever the case may be,
that's what you call a vet.
I said or whatever, and you're going to wear them.
Yo, you know what? I think it's a cultural thing.
I agree.
I'll tell you honestly, because I'll tell you why. I went to Mother Teresa. I went to a school.
Can I get those cultures, please, when you're done?
Yes, sir. No problem. I went to a school where certain men looked at you like he wanted to murder you. He said, "Yo, I eat pussy." Or you eat pussy. Oh, you're nothing, boy. Yo, you get him. So like that's outside of the black community, not the white community.
Growing up in my time.
Exactly.
It was not allowed. Like,
you got shunned.
Go to a dance.
Exactly.
You're gonna feel bad because they're gonna say, "Put up your hand if you don't do this and this and
But
this."
that's not
You can't smoke off my spliff. You can't come around. You're not our friend. It's like you're an outcast at that time. So if you were doing it, you were not talking about it. Now it's like in every rap song, and it's like normal for people, but like before it was like we grew up that people would say West Indian way, like Jamaican I would say way, like that was against all rules, all laws, like you could not do that and then come hang with me and drink with me and smoke with me. Can't eat off my fork, like get out of my house, like all the above. You're not welcome.
So guys, sit down on it.